A lot of travel shows on TV cover things that I don't really give a shit about, like where you can drop your shitty kids off at a kids club in Cebu, or where you can pay way too much for a massage in Thailand and not even get whacked off. I want to make a show I want to see. A show where I just sit at one pub from open till close and I just see what it's like to get frothed at. So come in and enjoy me while I have a cup of skers. Today I'm at the Palace. I'll try every sker on tap and get the chef to make a few meals. I'll sit down and talk shop with Tom Armstrong from the Roundabout crew, and I'll also speak to the owners of the pub and a few patrons about why they want to come here and drink Froffed. Located in South Melbourne, it's about a 7-minute Uber ride from the Melbourne CBD, or a 15-minute taxi with a lost driver. With fuck all around except a 7-Eleven to get a mixed sandwich at the end of the night, and a car wash if you wanted to have a street hooker shower. There isn't much else to do but have a cup of skers at the Palace. The main bar has a long L-shaped design so you'll never wait too long to get served skers. A dining area, a good place to take the misso for a meal deal throughout the week. A pool table, so once you've had 5 to 7 skers you can get perfect pool playing drunk and you can take cash off fuckers. They even have a breatho machine where you can outdo your mates to see who's more scared. It also has a good outdoor beer garden to punch down a few darts after you've had a few fives. Before embarking and getting myself frothed, I sat down with the owners, the amazing mother and all-round legend Jessica McGrath, and his business partner and alleged sex offender Mark Pratt. Hi guys, thanks for joining us on Getting Frothed. Look, you've both had, I know you guys quite well, you've both had experience in pubs before here. Can you tell us about what you were doing before the Palace and then how the Palace came about?
Okay, beforehand I was working at a friend's pub of ours, Alistair, who owns the Great Northern Hotel in Carlton, for about 4 years, and prior to that I was in another business with some other clowns that didn't quite pan out. But that's another story anyway. Through the Great Northern, Jess and I met, became good friends, and both realised we were on the same path of wanting to open and run our own pub. So we got around each other and started researching and got onto this joint.
Is that true?
True. So yeah, some friends of his had looked at this place and it was too small for them, so they put us onto it.
And now we're the ones going broke.
Knowing how much time and effort and love you put into this place, what do you want people to think of the Palace?
That it's a home away from home, that it is a pub, that anyone can come in here. We've got heaps of regulars. We try to know everyone by name, if not name by drink. Yeah. Carlton Potman, Cooper's Pale
Shiny
Man.
Shoes Boys.
Yeah, we have nicknames which we probably shouldn't say out loud, but you know, the carpet in the front bar and you can bring your dogs in the beer garden, and yeah, so it's an extension of your home, and yeah, comfortable.
At the time I run pretty well. It was good beer week in Melbourne, so every beer on tap was a real kind of unique beer. Some were awesome, some were kind of shit, and some were real fucking weird, like this one from Little Bang Brewing Co. called the Pinkering. Holy shit, that's a sour one. Reminds me of school, which I'm pretty sure beer shouldn't remind you of that. You recently won Time Out's Publican of the Year award, and the year before that, Pub of the Year award. Why?
Fuck knows. well, on the Publican of the Year, we're Praddy's here more than I'm here during the days. Praddy's here days and nights, but we're here all the time. So you know, a lot of publicans aren't there all the time.
True.
So we're guessing that's the reason.
And look, we're very proud of the fact that we invite people in. It's warming. We're Thai and by. We get to know them on a personal level, and it doesn't change day to day. But depending on our moods, we suck it up and get on with it and get to know the community. So it's part of your job to be a decent publican.
I think that's why I've drunk here so many times.
Yes, I would agree.
I've had a few different beers in my time, but nothing was like this next one. This was weird.
So this is a little unit that just drags the beer straight from the keg.
Is that right?
From the core room. So it doesn't get pushed up any pressure by gas, and doesn't go through glycol, which chills your beer. So this is only as cold as the keg sitting in the core room. So it's right up your alley. It's kind of lukewarm and flat, and you'll love it.
Feel like me.
This one too should remind you of an ice cream you would have had as a child, or as a probably young adult when it first came out. The Golden Gay Time.
The name. Here we go.
And this is the Golden Stout Time. Have a smell of it, and it's bang on.
Holy.
It's identical to the ice cream.
Oh my god. That's unbelievable.
It's out of control, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you manage it? Yeah. Get this in.
Have a smell of it.
Oh wow.
Now, you've made it a dog-friendly pub. Explain why.
Because they're better than humans.
I agree.
Yes.
Mark's dog, Billy,
yeah.
is the face of the place.
Yeah, so a little red and white staffy, whom you know quite well. Due to the fact that working at the Great Northern actually brought that to our attention, Billy was going in there and he got kicked out by council one day, and about 2,000 or 3,000 petitions were signed.
Oh, wow.
Bring Billy back, and then in turn the owner Alistair got some legal advice and did a whole bunch of research, and we found that dogs were legal in outdoor eating areas as long as you could enter via a different entry. So they have to come off the street into the beer garden.
Bit
They
technical.
can't walk through the pub
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get to the
sure.
beer garden. And that was as of 2011 or something, but no one knew it. The council didn't even know. City of Port Phillip had no idea. So
Yeah, great.
we actually kicked it
They
off
educated
first
the
time.
council.
We educated the council and the dogs won. So
Beautiful. And I love bringing my little shit cavalier here. Well, that's all. That's all for now. The show's called Getting Froffed. So who do I have to suck off to get a beer around here? Want to go to it? All right, cheers.
I was last shown a pale ale called Shifty Lizard.
Pale ale is probably more my thing.
This is a new brewery called Shifty Lizard.
Shifty Lizard.
Shifty Max Price.
Yeah, I am pretty shifty.
You are shifty.
That's really
really
good.
nice.
That's really good.
As you can see, it caused some downstairs movement, and I knew that was the froth I was going to park myself on for the rest of the night. As the lunchtime crowd cleared out, except for these loose units, the chef that only introduced himself as Rambo, had prepared a couple of pub favourites. The first was a pub classic, the Palmer. If you fuck this up, you should give it away. Thankfully, Rambo nailed it.
I always tell good Palmer by the Nepalese sauce, like Nepali sauce.
Napoli sauce you fuck with.
Napoli sauce, and it's very tasty. So I'll give that a good thumbs up. I'm not going to try the salad, obviously, but the chips.
The chips were really good, but there's one thing about ordering Palmers that really shits me to tears.
The Parma on top of the chips. A bit of a faux pas in my books, but yeah, you know what? Everything else aside, it's pretty bloody good.
The next was a beef pie, slow cooked in stout until tender as fuck, and some mashed potatoes with some peas, and fucking Bob's your father's brother.
Fuck, that is good. Yeah, no, fan of that. That's one of the better ones I've had in a long time.
Yeah, it did surprise. It was unreal. I'd 100% get that next time I'm there. The last was the buffalo wings. They legit buy the sauce from New York, fried up in some herbs and spices, put out some blue cheese sauce, and add some rabbit food in case you've got any sauce left over.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm not a foodie, so I'm not going to try and be a hero and tell you anything about it. But 10 beers in and some buffalo wings. Fucking good times.
I'd only had about one more scar before my next guest lobbed. Tom Armstrong, a content creator, writer, director, actor, and editor. He's a jack of all trades that makes some fucking funny shit with his crew, the Roundabout crew.
So growing up in arguably the most unfunny state in the world,
Yes.
Canberra,
Yes.
how did you first think you liked comedy, and then how did you end up getting into it?
Who knows? I guess I always used to love comedy. I remember because I did all my schooling in Canberra, but I actually grew up in Townsville for my primary schooling. So it's a bit different, bit of a different climate. So
Really upgraded from
I'm
Townsville to...
feeling a bit self-conscious with my little beer.
No, that's all right. Well, we planned that.
They said pot or pint, and I was like, skip the pint, let's get some pot going on. And then I got this tiny little girl
Oh
beer.
yeah,
So,
well,
and then there's a bug in it.
the New South Wales problem of pots and pints.
Pots and pints. Don't get it.
Thought one of the things I do is making sure what are the toilets like at later in the night, and I'll just give you an indication. They're pretty good, to be honest. There's not fucking piss everywhere, as I usually see. So this is the urinals look pretty good. Where are your favourite places to get frothed?
We've got a pub across the road, so I'm just drawn there because it's literally 5 meters away.
It's nice.
So we go to this place called Harpoon Harry's, and it's pretty good.
I've been there before.
Yeah, you would have. I take everyone there because I'm really lazy. And it's so close. I can just stumble home.
So tourists that want to see Sydney, you just take them to this fucking shithole.
It's not even good. Yeah, Sydney's pretty crap to get frothed in these days.
Oh yeah,
because everything's closed.
You got to be out of there before.
Yeah, so I like to come to Melbourne.
As for the actual cubicles, this is also pretty good. There's no one's actually spewed yet. There's not much piss on the ground. There's still dunny roll in the dunny container, which is fucking next level. So this is really good. The Roundabout Crew. Everyone's a big fan of it. We love it. You've got a huge fan base, huge subscriber base.
Yeah.
What's the future for the Roundabout Crew? What have you got in mind?
Who knows? I honestly have no idea. I want to get into doing more narrative comedy. We did a web series, and I kind of want to do more of that type of stuff.
Web series, the hostel.
Australia on a hostel. So it's me and Frenchie working in a real shit hostel. So we kind of would love to do more of that style. So writing for characters more than sketch.
So more narrative and character based.
Yeah.
And then you see that you'd like to have that getting on larger platforms from the internet to something more
like still online, but there's just more kind of funding around for like online streaming things like Netflix or Stan or something.
My name's Max.
Max, shaky, mate.
Shaky, nice to meet you.
Good.
What do you enjoy about this pub, the Palace?
I love the beer garden because I'm a smoker, so I can sit down here, have a drink, have a smoke, and just have a good time.
Well, that's it. Well, thanks for dropping in. I've obviously got to keep getting frothed, so I can't stay here all day and night.
How many have you had?
I've had everything from the tap.
Yep.
Plus a few before we got here and setting up, and then
you got pints as well. See, we got schooners, and they're a lot smaller than that.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Max Price.
Tom decided to stick around for a few skos with me for a couple of hours. My plan was to stay there till the end of the night, but I ended up cooking my wig. I tried to pull my favourite trick, the Houdini, where I just kind of leave without telling anyone, but the boys were onto me.
What?
So I headed over to grab a mixed sandwich from 7-Eleven, smashed it, and then I rolled home. 'Twas a good night. Thank you to the Palace. I had a bloody hoot. It's the next morning. The night was awesome. It was a great pub, good atmosphere, good people, good vibe. I give it a good old 9 out of 10. And then the hangover today, Charlie, stop. The hangover I rate maybe, it's a solid 6 out of 10. I've got a mac and cheese jaffle, which is unreal, from Uber Eats. And I think I'm just gonna keep myself in bed today, watch some Rick and Morty on Netflix, and try not to die. Cheers. Look forward to the next Getting Froffed, and have a good one.